Hey everybody, Jatt here with Kobe. We're here for another episode of This or That. You can see upgrades to the set. Arrows are flying in from all angles. How expensive
fancy.
was this? Yeah, we don't know. We have 5 slides today.
The LCS stage.
Yeah, we've never seen these slides before, and we only ever do one take of this. So
True.
anything goes.
There's only 5 this time, though, so I feel like we have a pretty good chance of getting it right, though.
Yeah,
Ready?
I think we're good. I'm ready for the first one.
All right, let's go.
Roll it in.
Hit us. Better Phil. Oh,
I've heard this
is
one
a good
before.
one.
Yeah.
I feel like this is, this is definitely an old one as well.
Yeah, so last split or year or something, Gate
Count the
won a game
positions.
on like 3 different positions.
Gangplank, he was playing top lane. He did support. He played mid lane.
Played mid, and that was pretty much it.
I think it was just 3.
High was mid lane, jungle, and support. But he's basically made playoffs or done really well in all of them. I think he's really good.
They've had the same number of Phil positions, I believe, and High has had far more success. So I would have to go with High, even though Gate, very stylish. Pulled out the Camille as well. Does that count as like
was pretty
couple
epic
different?
Because he's someone who played it a lot in other positions. Somehow they kept that strategy hidden.
Plus,
which
he's
is
always
awesome.
happy and smiling. He's a lovable guy, but I still give it to High. Success. I like winners.
Slide number 2. Things we don't miss from 2016. Azir or lane swaps?
It depends on what you mean by lane swaps, because some of the iterations of lane swaps were super interesting, and when teams are trying out different strategies, right? But once you got to the kind of figured out stage at the very end, it lost a lot of the pizzazz.
Yeah, I personally enjoyed a lot of the iteration when there were evolving lane swaps, like when you'd see a Nautilus invade early on in the jungle, and when there was a turret dive tension. But when it was just 4 people or 3 people in each lane with the dude jungling, that was boring. Azir, I personally actually have a distaste for this champion, because when he's good at everything, and you have to be super good at him. So it's not even something that translates to regular play.
I love him all the time, because even when he's bad, it's hilarious, right? You get people on the stage. He's got like 35% win rate in solo queue, yet pro players can make the most of this champion.
Yeah.
I definitely do miss Azir, so.
I like when champions have weaknesses. And when Azir is good in pro play, in my opinion, he doesn't have weaknesses, but that's a philosophical difference. So if it's like things we don't miss.
This one's too overarching. The entire year of 2016, though, I don't know.
It's cool to see Azir as a pocket pick.
This is
but
rough.
I'm gonna say I don't miss Azir, because I'm gonna say lane swaps are like the evolution of lane swaps. So
I'm gonna say that too, just because there are some things I really do miss about lane swaps. There were some interesting strategies that did come out.
Yeah, but if it was the turret trades, then F that. I don't want to, then it's that one. So we're gonna go to the next one. Slide number 3. Less expected, Camille supporter, Echo Fox 2-0. One in the same.
For me, that's true. They're tied. For me though, wow, geez, this is a really difficult one. First of all,
considering Echo Fox won a single game in an entire split, and they won 2 last week, it's hard to say the Camille support was more surprising.
I'll let you go first. You give your reasoning and say your thing, and then.
But with that, Echo Fox showed signs of being not bad or terrible in week 1, because they were winning in almost all of their games for extended periods of time. But nobody saw Camille support coming. And I think that was a symptom a little bit of the fact that they're only scrimming Delta Fox and keeping everything super in-house, that they were able to have multiple.
Give me some time. Come on, hurry up. Let me go. Let me go.
Take this one.
Okay. I'm going to also say this one, but just because we have to add up the really low chance occurrences that came out to equal a Camille support.
Yeah.
First of all, Camille has to get through ban phase. That in
Almost
itself
never happens.
is incredibly low chance of happening.
And then
Gate has to have been practicing support Camille for some reason against Delta Fox, which is ridiculous. Why would you ever practice that strategy when she's a tremendous top laner?
Yeah.
And then they have to have a draft versus Lemon Nation, who's got this Malzahar support thing switched around, and then switch that on him.
Real weird.
So I feel like that's just so many things that point to Camille support just being insane.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
We're going to the next slide. We have 2 left. This is slide number 4. Most improved, Moon or lower low?
Ooh.
Is it the year of lower low, Kobe? Is it?
Especially considering the last 2 games that they had last week, I think this makes this very easy.
Yeah.
As Loyal did stumble, but Moon has had a tremendous growth, and you can really see how being on a team with High and someone who's just confident like that and gives you direction really does help a player, especially like Moon, who's talked about nervousness and confidence issues.
And
so
that's the thing with Moon, is he has never been in an environment with a leader like High, and to be fair, Lorlo hasn't either. So
True.
Most improved, considering I'm sorry, Moon, but you were like a running joke inside a lot of us. Just like, oh, we actually at one point thought that Moon won more games like in a day than he had in his whole LCS career. That dude was like somehow 9-9 on energy, which kind of blew our minds when we remembered that. But still, just based on him having like 40 kills or something crazy last week, he really showed the improvement. And even though Lorlo looked good, he had an off week last week. And based on the 2-week sample size, I'm going with Moon as well.
The last couple games, yeah.
Yeah, final slide.
All right.
This one better be good. Better
you knew it! Called it beforehand. Because we don't get to see the slide, so Jatt was hypothesizing. He's like, yeah, you know what?
What meme slide will
They're
they
probably
throw us this
gonna
week?
have this one in there.
Of course.
And I was the one who came up with this idea when we were at All-Stars in Barcelona. Before the first game, I was with Quickshot and Deficio, and I was like, when they come to us, you know, it's All-Stars, you can do whatever you want, right? I'm gonna slap your ass when the camera comes from behind us. And they're like, oh, we
That's
can't
too
do
much
that.
for All-Stars.
Then they do it in
now it's time to one up
LCS.
them. We were talking about this the other day. It's like, what are we gonna do? It's too far. There's a certain line that you can't cross in a professional broadcast.
Well, then I think that does it for this slide.
But better spanking was Cloud9 beat Immortals pretty bad, but that was.
I have to say,
to be fair,
he's got the pop, the back
if we actually analyze this in GIF form, he let up. His hand comes right back off. There's no stick to that hit.
See, I was giving him points for
that's
this
a
back
weak
bump.
spanking as far as I've seen. And Cloud9 over Mortals was much stronger.
I'm gonna go with this one because I thought that was pretty good. Plus my idea.
Okay, that's all we have for this week of This or That.
Thank goodness.
The show is now canceled for inappropriate content, and we will never see you again.